see there's the 8-1 pound-for-pound fighter in the sport of boxing. A lot of that comes from his amazing performance against Edgar Sosa. There have been rumors recently that Chocolatito is having difficulty staying at 112 pounds. So let's take a look at his weigh-in yesterday.
Championship. You know, at the same time, I felt him. I felt him with me, and I was very happy to be able to.
So Viloria, that's a real challenge for
him in Hollywood. He's one of several fighters from Tito Gonzalez, but he also mandated, if I do that, then Marvin has to go back to Los Angeles and work with Miguel Cotto. So Roach is...
He's the guy that could be detrimental in the outcome of the fight. So Chocolatito is very smart. He'll start letting his punches late. So I think the early part of the
CompuBox numbers makes it fighter Chocolatito ultimately turns out to be.
Yes, he's an excellent, really good big punches at him, but I think only maybe one of those.
Aggressive he is.
Moving. It's 12 and learn how balance and timing and footwork thrown upstairs to brilliant boxing fans.
And see, here's the problem. Even though he's hit him a few times, Jim, the more you hit him, the harder he comes at you.
There's a terrific uppercut with the left hand. That gold trim. And Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez in the blue trunks with multicolored trim.
As an amateur. And
Letterman does, though. He's our unofficial ringside scorer. Number 3 on the...
Technique as an offensive.
Work when you don't want to work.
He hit him to the body, but Viloria got it done. Uppercut by Chocolatito inside. Momentarily.
You mentioned the footwork yesterday as we were looking at some video in preparation for this fight. Avoid punches and still land his power shots.
Really good power shots. When you saw there, he threw a 3-punch combination followed by a punch. That's when you know a guy can do this. That's why I give him credibility for being one of the top.
Chocolatito to the body, under the right elbow of Brian Viloria. As you know, if you watch, if you get it to the target. There's Viloria trying.
As you can see, Brian is breathing.
And you saw the foot.
Once he steps out the way of a punch. So when he backs up, he's not all the way out of counter punch range. Most guys jump back, they move their front foot and the back foot. He doesn't do that.
Good left hook upstairs by Brian Viloria.
Brian is doing some good work.
And that enables him to frustrate Viloria sometimes, picking off
those body shots he tries to mix for the fight.
Chocolatito's left eye seems to be closing a little bit as well.
This is a good fight.
Very good fight.
Harold Letterman's card now even as he gave the second round to Choc. Hard rounds and close rounds, the first 2. Then knocked down as an amateur or a pro, and you might not have expected the first one to look like that, but there it is.
What a great right hand, right on the chin. And these short shots on the inside are doing real damage to Viloria.
And now Chocolatito's got Viloria in big trouble. Nearly 2 minutes has got Viloria.
When I say hard, I mean banging shots, Jim. But it's all about the leverage that he gets from his feet. See how wide his legs are?
What a set of uppercuts.
And he shoots them so straight, those shots.
Oh, that was a good body shot by Brian, though.
Of Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera landing a lot of shots.
A good shot by Brian Viloria. See him make him work this early.
Round 3 has produced a momentous event, as after more than 200 amateur fights and 42 officially tasted the canvas.
On a right hand that was so short and sweet, it was hard to see.
Exactly right.
Good body shot by Brian.
Ooh, that right hook to the body from Chocolatito.
Devastating.
Hard left hook to the body by Chocolatito, too. Viloria made a great trouble with 2 minutes to go, but
gets right uppercut, then he throws a short right hand right on the chin of Brian Viloria. Then Chocolatito throws the left uppercut followed by a straight right hand and another left uppercut. A combination.
29, 27, Chocolatito. He's really sensational. Lost the first round. Magnificent. He couldn't miss anything. The guy is so shots to 1.
6-inch knockdown or knockout punch is best known for being thrown by reminded me of. A 6-inch shot.
Yeah, it did remind you of Joe Louis, but the legs and the way he's throwing it, the tempo things remind you of Alexis Aguero.
Should make a lot of sense. Ooh, Viloria landed a good shot there.
I heard him. Viloria has to attack first. He's going to get hit. Because once you lay the punch, he doesn't stop.
Like that.
Yes.
They want Viloria moving side to side, and there Viloria back straight into the corner.
Can't back.
Around the division in recent years.
36 wins, 4 losses, 2 no decisions for Viloria. Has been at 108 and 112-pound weight class. Look at that.
And you don't know which punches are thunderous and which ones are not. So you don't know which one to really defend and which one not to defend. That makes him absolutely a devastating puncher.
They all look pretty fierce to me.
He taps, then he bangs like that.
Yep.
As opposed to Viloria, where everything is hard.
Plus 113 out of 207, 88 out of 200, including the 2-point round in the third when he knocked Brian Viloria down. First time Viloria has ever been down in more than 200 amateur fights and 43 professional fights.
Troy, I think, between Chocolatito. Arguello sometimes had a hard time tracking a fighter down who was trying to be elusive. Not that Viloria is trying to be elusive here. Chocolatito seems to me to be Xing guys to move where he wants them to.
He is, Max. That's what makes you get better. When you study a fighter, you figure out the things that he didn't do quite as good as he should have done, and you tighten up on those things because he improved it. So if you're not better than the guy that taught you, then you didn't do your job, or he didn't do his job teaching you properly.
If you find yourself marveling at home, the energy, the concentration of yesterday, Chocolatito and Viloria said, step one is you'd better be in the best shape of your life. In fact, you've been before, because nothing is as exhausting as fighting this guy.
That's very true, Max. And then he stepped around and throws a big body shot.
The other fighter.
Well, Viloria will be the sharper and more explosive puncher, but I can't say he...
Well, it's one thing just to throw hard, the glove over, to know how to pronate your wrist, to know how to apply the impact at exactly the... That's what real power punchers know how to do.
Yeah, Viloria is wearing down and Chocolatito is picking up.
And like Golovkin, the accuracy, the pinpoint accuracy of where the shot lands to do maximum damage.
You'll see Golovkin in the main event against David.
Straight right leads. Here's a missed hook. Then both guys come back, and here's a beautiful right-hand exchange. Both guys almost right at the same.
12 between flyweight world. Gonzalez taking command of the fight. Combinations that he puts together, the number of punches he throws, the stamina that it takes to try to stay with him.
So Brian is really making it at all. I mean, he's breathing a lot more heavier than we used to see him breathe. That's easy for him.
No, Viloria is no pushover, obviously. This is just... He's been a top fighter for many years, and on any given night, capable of beating any of them. The feeling going into this fight is Chocolatito is just something different.
Starting command distance here. Viloria tries to answer in kind.
Other fighters take breaks. Chocolatito workmanlike. Not his Sunday punch, but maybe the Saturday.
Of the hard work that in the ring over the years. How when he came back to Managua after winning his first world title, he was extremely proud. He was somewhat full of himself. A few days after winning that title, with his title belt wrapped around his upper chest. And as he came in, Arguello called out to him and said, hey, come here, come into this office. And when he walked in, Arguello said to his protege, go back outside, put that belt in the car, walk back in here like the man you've always been. Say hello to everybody the way you always do. Nothing has changed. It's still my gym. You go to work.
Said he yelled it at him. Arguello yelled it at him in front of the gym.
And that's the breeding that Chocolatito Gonzalez was given to become a champion in this sport.
5 seconds.
Arguello, one of the most beloved fighters in and out of the ring.
It's the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in boxing. Let's see how they're doing on the...
To 1, 59, 54. Gotta give him an extra point for this. Both hands. He's great with the left. Step to the side so that when, Viloria tries to counter, he's not right in front of him. And it's, it's a great... The guy is so fast. He's landed tremendous shots. 5-1, Chocolatito Gonzalez.
It's the beautiful up and down attack that I like, Jim. He goes body, head, he attacks up and down, up and down. You just can't ask for a better boxing technician than this.
And Chocolatito's had a tremendous start in the first minute and a half. Wants to put some distance between himself and Brian Viloria in what's
we appreciate about skillful enough where he doesn't any punches around, press the action, look for the knockout, but he has, and he's won belts in 3 very small 7 knockouts at the moment,
and he's
because
got
of this stuff.
Stamina not to just to do this in spurts, not to turn it on and off, but
Go back to his body zone. There you go. Chocolatito down. If you're going to get tired, at least make him tired with you.
Viloria.
So Chocolatito is not going to stop. That's a good body shot. That's a good combination by Chocolatito.
bruising battle in the background.
Me and Jim, you see the right hand to the body, to the head, the left hook clean to the body. Now the left uppercut up the middle, as in the form of a left uppercut.
A Mike Tyson.
Jim, didn't you call that Ferguson?
That's exactly right.
Customato taught to drive my opponent's nose into his brain. It was one of the quotes that built the Tyson myth early on. Along with "this is a hurt business," everybody's got a plan until you hit them, etc., etc. Gonzalez has now landed more than, and Viloria, as the result, is beginning to slow down just a little bit. It's been such a spirit.
Viloria's
2,
got
3, 4,
some
5,
beard.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 punches in a row by Gonzalez before Viloria could throw back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 punches in a row.
Good hook by Viloria.
Up after set.
Body too. He just has to continue to believe in his body shots. But he got a punch. He can't let Gonzalez do all the punching.
I mean, Gonzalez doesn't allow you to losing his game plan constantly, and his game plan is to remain so busy. He doesn't give you time to think.
It's our point because the quarter horse is quicker in the early run and the short run, but that throw right now, this track is getting long.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The most overused, but he is truly hard to believe sometimes.
Purists, too, not just for casual fans who enjoy the action.
Brian Viloria is still in there, still time.
And trying with all these
Off Gonzalez because what he does is so spectacular.
Chocolatito.
right lead, the uppercut right behind us. I mean, he's always doing something. And what he's doing is usually offensive. And that's what makes it so hard.
He's varying the speed and the force of his punches. But when he puts a little more, a little extra on it at the last split.
Boom, 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 boom.
So he changed the speed on those. Incredible work. Oh, good body shot by Brian. Good body shot by Brian. He hurt him. Brian hurt his body real bad then. And Brian hurt him bad with that body shot.
Viloria landed the body.
It's a wonderful thing you have to see, Jim. It's not easy to recover from that, but there he comes.
And Viloria, not discouraged, didn't get distracted by those shots that Chocolatito landed, right back to the body.
Chocolatito had to take a moment to get his wind back.
How much longer, Jim? That right hand has thunder on it.
Well, Viloria's face is starting to break up under all of his punches.
Oh, goodness. That right
I
hand
think
did
Viloria,
right
that was his last stand.
That's hoorah.
And now Benzi Esteves is going to stop it. And